I'm Gary Alexander, your state representative from the 20th District. Representing Lewis County and parts of Thurston County, including the cities of Bacota, Maytown, Rochester, Tenino, and parts of Rainier. I'm reporting to you from a little over the halfway mark in the 2011 legislative session here in Olympia. The past few weeks, including many late nights and long weekends, as we debated, amended, and passed legislation on the House floor. At this point in the session, House bills that are still alive now go over to the Senate and go through the committee process there. And Senate bills that have passed the Senate come over to the House and go through our committees. The House has passed a total of 351 bills to the Senate. The Senate has passed 219 bills onto the House. All total, there are still 572 bills alive, with about 5 to 6 weeks left in this session. There's a lot of conversation going on in our community today about adjustments made to the budget recently and how they will impact you as Washington citizens. As most of you know, there's still more heavy lifting ahead. Currently, our state budget deficit still has about $230 million for the remainder of this fiscal year, which ends June 30th. And then we have a $5 billion deficit in the forthcoming biennium, and that potential number may be growing. Many of my colleagues believe the best way to address our budget shortfalls and to get the state back on solid financial footing is to focus on putting people back to work in private sector type jobs. Many people don't think the two issues, state budget and job creation, go hand in hand, but they do. When employers are hiring and people are finding work, these newly employed people have more income to buy more goods and services that boost other businesses so they can hire more employees who in turn generate tax revenues. This additional revenue is what we need to help the state pay for education, transportation, public safety, and critical services for the disabled and elderly. That's why every time we consider a bill, whether it's a health care bill, local government bill, we ask three questions. Number one, does it protect or improve our state's competitive advantage? Number two, does it create job opportunities for Washington families? And number three, does it create certainty for employers? This session, I'm joining my fellow House Republicans and putting forward a job creation agenda aimed at giving employers the confidence they need to retain and hire people. It's called Let's Get Washington Working Again. While some in Olympia believe that raising taxes and fees will solve our budget shortfalls, I believe those tactics only serve to further erode our state's economy and limit our job opportunities for Washingtonians. Here are a few bills that we can implement right now to help get Washington working again. House Bill 1672 doubles the small business B&O tax credit. This will incentivize startups and ensure the viability of small businesses that are the backbone of our economy. House Bill 1388 will help keep homes affordable by delaying expensive new state agency code requirements. That will add several thousands of dollars onto the cost of new homes. House Bill 1592 would suspend the Growth Management Act and requirements in counties with significant and persistent unemployment. This will help alleviate the cost and encumbrance of controlling growth when none is occurring and when those regulations stand in the way of badly needed economic development. House Bill 1961 would require agencies to make permit decisions within 90 days of the permit, or it becomes automatically granted. Doesn't that make sense? This would add certainty and eliminate unnecessary delays in permit decisions. House Bill 1156 would place an immediate freeze on rulemaking by state agencies. Unfortunately, agencies take rules beyond what we pass as laws and put them into responsibilities that we can't control. We support the governor's decision to suspend those unnecessary rulemaking and extend the moratorium for 3 years or until our state revenue growth shows evidence of recovery. House Bill 1150 requires a 7-day grace period, right now it's 2 days, for small businesses to correct violations before fines are imposed. Small business violations are often inadvertent. This bill will incentivize regulatory compliance and demonstrate to our investors and businesses that Washington welcomes you and the contribution you make to our economy. This bill, by the way, passed the House unanimously, is now in the Senate. House Bill 1855, one of the important bills this session, that I support makes unfunded mandates on school and local governments optional. By doing this, we recognize that local communities and local governments are strapped to state government. If we cannot give them money, let's reduce the burden of costly state mandates. These are just a few ideas that we have to help put Washington back to work. I would love to hear ideas that you might have. You can use my direct line at 360-786-7990. Again, that's area code 360-786-7990, or call me on the toll-free hotline at 1-800-562-6000, or send me a message by email. I look forward to hearing from you, and don't forget to check my webpage for news. Again, this is Gary Alexander calling from the legislative session. Thank you.